Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? My name is Kyle, you know me as Dragonmar, and welcome to a new video. Today I want to do kind of a special VOD review. This was my first game in Radiant. So as you guys know, on December 4th, I hit Radiant, solo queue with Omen, and I, decided, hey, let's keep it going and let's keep playing. And this was my very first game as a Radiant, essentially in a lobby entirely of Radiance. It was a really fun experience, and I kind of want to review that gameplay and talk about a little what happened and what was going on there. With that being said, though, I do offer coaching. If you guys are interested in getting professional Valorant coaching, head over to my Discord and check that stuff out. All the pricing information is in there. And with that being said, let's jump into the video. All right, guys, so we are starting off here on Split. Now, we're also starting on the attacking side. And if you know me or how I feel about this, I'm not a big fan of starting off on attack. I do love me some defense, but I am on Omen, obviously. My first Radiant game. Let's see what happens. Let's see what might actually go wrong. So, starting off the bat right here, early aggression in mid. Teammates kind of going back and forth here, so this was a little confusing to me. I always check my corners in here just because of the smokes. You never know where people are going to be hiding. But we start taking control of Heaven. Now, I'm looking for someone who maybe got through Heaven, went ramp. Like, you see this all the time, especially in the pro games where people will just walk through here. But no one was there. But then I catch the Raze coming back through. Reyna just jumps the corner and ends up taking me out there. I'm happy with the kill onto the Raze. Now, I wish maybe I played a little bit slower onto the Reyna, but honestly, that jump was pretty crazy. And I don't really think there's too much I would have changed there with that round. All right, so we actually do end up losing the pistol in the 2v1 there, and it was really disappointing because essentially all my team had to do was play time. And even in Radiant lobbies, you'll see people who do not play time and challenge the kills, and that is what ended up losing us that round. But moving forward here, we do force up, so I am on the Stinger. I have definitely been a fan of the Stinger lately. This gun is growing on me the more I use it. The only thing I struggle with is about medium range. Long range, I'm pretty good. I'll right click, I'll aim down sight, but medium range is where sometimes the spray just gets away from me. But I love this thing for up close. So, smoking off the little elbow there in Heaven. I do this a lot because you just don't want to deal with people pushing there from CT since it's so common. Unfortunately, though, in this situation, we all kind of get clumped up, and I thought we were going to start pushing through into B, and my team actually started rotating, and I just was not aware that that was the play we were going for. Had I known, I probably wouldn't have gotten so aggressive like that, because I essentially just threw away my life in hopes that someone else would trade me. Round 3, starting here, once again, we're positioned over towards market. As you guys know, I always recommend smoking off ropes. Just as a spot you don't want to deal with. You smoke it off enough, they eventually stop playing there, and that's exactly what you're looking for. But in this situation, our team actually wanted to go over to A. And they were all grouped up at the bomb. So I do throw a smoke to help them over into Heaven. Potentially smoking screens could have been a little bit better there, but as my team goes in, it looks like the enemy Omen is just kind of sitting around elbow and ended up just getting a nice play there. I do kill the Raze, who is flanking through sewer, but the breach comes as well and takes me out. Just a little bit too much pressure there. And I wish the team, maybe communicated a little more with me there. I could have been there at the start, but it was going to be a tough round anyways when we were on pistols, so good to get a few kills out of it. All right, so once again, starting off the same way we always start. Nice little smoking ropes, but we've got weapons now, so team is all positioned here. Killjoy is over towards A. One thing you'll note is we do not have our B flank tripped or anything like that, so they can walk through there on us. Looks like our Raze is going to start pressuring up mid now. Does find a kill onto the enemy Raze. So, we're up 1. I'm going to re-smoke ropes. Generally, I'm just going to smoke that off the entire time, by the way. Like, there is nothing crazy going on here. That is just what I do on this map. But Breach on site somewhere is flashing us into Heaven. I do use my paranoia to go through Heaven there as well, just for a little extra support. But kind of get surprised, I think, by the Breach getting so aggro. I was too busy trying to track the head there of the Cypher with my spray. I started shooting a little bit early, and he was just able to take advantage of that and get out wide. So it took me a while to kill him. I could not correct for my aim in time onto that Breach, and he does end up taking me out there. I think had I been able to kill the Cypher quicker, I'd probably kill the Breach as well, and this is a completely different round. So off to a tough start, 0-4. And obviously hoping to get something going here. All right, so round 5 starting off, and I am positioned here in sewer. So this is a ramp paranoia. What you do here is you paranoia through ramp like that. You allow for either your jet or your raise to dash or blast pack or satchel their way up into ramp and just get up there nice and quick. Now, unfortunately, in this situation, our jet does go down to the Omen, but she did take a lot of control. Now, obviously, I am trying to get my butt over here essentially, and it is just difficult because, you know, I got 4 teammates who were pushing site. All of them died, right? So there's only so much I can do in that situation. I did my job. And one thing you're going to see as you continue playing Valorant is in certain rounds, you could do your job perfectly and still lose. And I think this is just one of them. My job there was to paranoia. I'm completely out of the play after that. And it's up to my team to sort of, you know, make it work. And unfortunately, we could not there. And we do go down 0-5 now. So starting to fall behind here pretty badly. But hopefully this gun round potentially put us back into it. All right, so here I am once again going to smoke off ropes. Now, I do have the bomb. I think this kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting to be carrying it here. So I'm just, you know, hustling my way over to B because I think the call was to go to B. Now, the problem with B site is that it's very difficult to make our way through if we don't go fast. The slower you go B, I find the worse generally it is because that's when the Cypher really takes advantage of you. Now, here, we're losing players left and right. I do end up getting the spray down onto the Omen there. Not really sure why he peeked that. Kind of a weird play. But I TP over to, I believe this is A. Yeah, the A bomb. Like, which bomb site is this? So here, dangerous, right? This TP play is always dangerous because if they kill you immediately, your teammate cannot rotate. But we are in a 2v4. I'm going to play it nice and safe, right? I want to give my breach time to get over here. It takes me a little bit to adjust onto the Razor, but I do get the headshot, but killing her a lot, by the way. And I just go for some weird smokes here because I just need to stay alive, essentially. So I'm going to sit inside of my smoke, hoping someone will push this and I get a free sort of cheeky kill on somebody. The problem is the enemy breach was ready for that, and he essentially angled his ultimate through sight in a way that it got into that smoke as well as elbow, and it was just a super good ult. I don't know if he meant to get me in there or not, but either way it worked out really well for them. I was trying to make a sneaky play. I was low on health. I was just doing whatever I could there, hoping someone would push me, but they were a little bit too coordinated, and they did a good job finishing off that round, putting us down 0-6. All right, so we're into round 7 now. We have not won a round yet. Had some close ones, obviously, but really this game feels like it's slipping away from us at this point, and you can tell. But Killjoy starts off strong there, but the pick into Male, team is going to push in as well. Now here, you always got to watch this smoke. People always push this smoke. Right there, I'm just looking down, trying to see if someone's going to come up ropes there, hanging back, obviously. Now, we have to take site control. We do get another kill, but lose our jet in the process. So currently up 4-3 here. We decide to turn around. Raze is actually behind them, which could be very good. She does end up getting a kill on the Reyna. We know, I believe, Breach is over there. There's the kill onto the Omen. And with that, I'm just going to go plant the bomb. Raze gets the final kill, and we get our first round there on the 7th round, 1-6. All right, so after winning our first round, let's try to get some momentum going here. Currently 1-6, so if we can finish this half with 4-5 rounds, maybe, I think we've done a really good job of sort of pulling this one back, making this winnable. Here, I'm just holding B. I'm holding the push. Whenever you don't have trips up or turrets or whatever, you always gotta be careful of these flanks because these can end rounds, right? And if the other team catches on that you're not tripping or you're not, you know, putting something there to stop them, it just gets too easy sometimes. But we lose 2 players in mid. Which is just the worst case scenario because going down early, especially when we have absolutely no control over our flanks, puts us into a situation like this where I'm kind of trying to figure out, okay, do I need to hold flanks? If so, where do I look? If not, where do I, you know, push? I'm getting Omen flashed from like ramp, getting shot from out of, yeah, God, I don't even, that one hurt me like on a spiritual level. Just ignore the chat. Don't ignore what I'm typing. I'm glad you guys can't see that because it was not pretty. But just so many things going on. You lose players early and it really puts you in a tough spot. So just that's a round I want to forget forever. All right, round 9, gonna smoke off heaven, smoke off screens. This does leave at the elbow peak open. We lose a player on ramp though. Here, I am going to push through. Now, we do get 2 kills, so this does put it up. I am going to go on top here in the rafters. Now, I can make a play, but we either get... I honestly was not sure what happened here. I believe that as my team was clearing, no one actually cleared rafters. So what ends up happening is I think because my teammates are on site that rafters is clear. But in reality, the breach was probably in the corner or walked out at some point before I got there and was able just to sit there and wait. Just the worst thing that could have happened to us, and a big reason why whenever you entry onto a site, you always clear hell and rafters just so your teammates who follow you in don't have to worry about it. Otherwise, good players will take advantage just like that, and they'll just wait for you to get past them, and then they'll shoot you and your team. But bring it into round 10 here. We're going to do the exact same thing pretty much, a little bit faster this time. I'm going to go back up. See, that time I actually kind of checked the corner, make sure no one was up here. Now lose Raze, but we are in a 4v5, so I'm playing very aggro. This is a super hard spot. I don't have a smoke to come up in a long time. I need help here. I don't make a comm to my team for like any help because I just don't really know what they can do. Now the problem, obviously I get 1 kill, but the breach flash. I was really feeling myself here too. I really felt like I could out aim these guys, and it was very frustrating the way they were using their flashes. They were doing very, very well with them, essentially just taking out any possibility I had to win some of these rounds. Otherwise, I made the most out of what I had there. I just pushed through with my stinger, got my kill, picked up my weapon, and was hoping to bring us around there, get the kills, win that round for the team. But unfortunately, the flash completely negated my strategy. Well, round 11 starts, and we're currently down 1-9. Just not the scoreline you want in your first ever Radiant game. This was a tough one. You know, I don't feel like I'm playing horribly. I obviously know, and I even say during this, that I have a lot to work on personally to get to this sort of top levels of player. I don't think I'm there yet at all. But honestly, just to get slapped around like this was really, really tough. So I'm just trying to like pull it together here, play with my team, make sure we're still doing the fundamentals, working together. We are in a 4v3, so a good shot here. I do TP in a site, a little bit late. Killjoy got there pretty much as I got there, so not the most useful TP, but would have been really good to play off of her if she got attacked or something. Now, a lot of pressure coming in. Cypher Cage as well. I am going to push through here, elbow, take a quick peek, not seeing anybody. I love pushing this, by the way. Nice little spray down. But unfortunately, my spray does sort of betray me, even though really it was me there. I go for the very aggro peek onto the Cypher, and I just could not get my recoil onto him at all, so he gets a free kill. Thankfully, teammate able to clean that one up, putting us up to 2 rounds here on the attacking side. All right, final round of the first half. So we are positioned over here towards B. I believe my teammate was asking for a certain smoke, so I said absolutely. Counter flash comes in big here. End up essentially blinding our entire team. A breach flash as well, which means he's pushed up. So these guys were going for big plays. Now, our breach counter ults, I'm not entirely sure what he thought was in here, but he does end up getting the raise. So brings us to a 4v4, which is good. The question is, what do we do now? Do we keep pushing in? Do we fall back? Cypher was in the back left somewhere. I was just trying to wallbang him, honestly. But at this point, I believe our teammates did call for the rotate. And here I think I'm hanging out a little bit too long. I just might not be paying close enough attention to the fact that a rotate was called. The problem is that we were getting flanked at the same time. So not only did my other 2 teammates leave, but mid was wide open. So it was just me and Breach. And they started pushing behind us as well. So it's just one of those situations where, yes, I could have left earlier. But I think even if I left, earlier, I may still have gotten shot in the back by the Omen if I gone through mid. Maybe not if I went through our spawn, though. Just a really rough first half here, though, unfortunately for us. And just one that, a lot of close rounds, but unfortunately at this rank, even the smallest mistakes are going to cost you rounds. And I think that's exactly what we saw throughout this. All right, so here we are. Defense, scoreline 2-10. Not the best attacking scoreline, but not impossible. Remember, guys, you may be down, but you are not out. Here, I'm getting pushed hard, and I am not used to playing B. What do? I fall back, give up sight. My raise just goes crazy. Does end up getting a kill, but gets traded out as well. Not really sure what her plan was there. So I'm holding CT now. This is obviously playing for retakes. You guys hear me talk about this a lot, but sometimes it's just not worth going up against the enemy rush. Instead, play for your life. Play to retake the site as a team. And here, obviously, 2 of the attackers get a little bit too aggro, end up going down, putting us into a 4v2. Now, had I died on B, my raise would have died as well. Then they're probably in a 4v3. A lot different situation for the attackers, and maybe they take site there. But I think that the play here by backing up and just staying alive was the correct one in the end. But I do get caught out by the Reyna, just hiding in the corner with the right click. She killed me on both pistols, actually. All right, so we do end up winning the pistol there, which is big for us, right? Gives us our third round, but also let us get some weapons here. So I do a TP here onto these boxes. Watch this. Let one walk past, let two. By the time Reyna turned around, Raze was also out, so I'm very easily able to take care of the Reyna, switch over onto the Raze, and get her as well. It's one of those things where if you do not immediately clear boxes, you probably are already dead if somebody's there. Chances of them letting you live are very, very slim because they're most likely pre-aimed at you regardless. Most people are always going to be aiming at the first person who comes out, even if they're not looking at you, because, you know, those are the people most likely to be clearing everything, right? So thankfully, Reyna was a little bit late there, able to get to 2K, and a nice win here for us. Very happy with that double kill. All right, so round 15, I'm going to smoke a little bit deeper here. Part of the reason is that since I only have a Spectre, I kind of want them to like walk out of this smoke and just kind of give me the free kill almost. And if I am correct, let's see what happens on this round, actually. I can't really remember this one at all. Yeah, so the Omen, he's kind of thinking the same thing. Like, okay, I know this guy was just up there. Let me kind of clear over here to my left. Do you guys notice? He was kind of looking up, right? But I was just right in front of him holding. Super aggro play by me, and obviously, you know, that's a play that can backfire, right? If they are ready for it, because, you know, you got to be really careful sometimes. A lot of these high-ranked players just are going to be looking straight ahead, instantly get that tap on you, so you do have to be careful with that. But 2v2 retake here. So right here, all about playing together, all about trading. One thing I'm learning, I think, is that retaking from up in heaven is probably a bad idea. I do get the nice sort of flick there to turn around, kill the Raze. I go for the flash TP play here. The problem is that I do not end up blinding the Cypher, and I was trying to figure out where exactly he would be. I thought that flash elbow was going to be good enough to take him, but unfortunately it wasn't there. And I was so low, I had to do something. In hindsight, I think I might have been able to play around my paranoia more, maybe get a little bit of info about where he was and then go for the play. I may have just rusted a tiny bit, but I don't hate the play overall. I like the idea of what I was trying to do there. Just could have executed it a little bit better. All right, round 16 starts off here. Little smoke into mid. As you guys know, I pretty much always will be smoking mid. Now Raze is pushing in. I'm not sure if that was a person peeking out of the smoke, but I am gonna fall off play for retake once again. Part of the problem there is that Raze used her ult. When Raze uses ult, there's almost no point sticking around. Just get away, let them have the site, retake as a team. I'm not sure why my Raze died there. I really was kind of questioning some of the plays. She was getting very aggro, I felt, for no reason. I just want to play more as a team in these rounds. But my paranoia there does end up blinding someone on pillar. Now, the problem is someone is in the back of sight here as well. Thankfully, though, my Killjoy has a big round here, gets some nice kills, and finishes it off here strong with a Spectre spray. Nice 4K for her. The blind there, once again, though, I think from the enemy breach is just killing me in this game. But a good retake there as a team. All right, so start of round 17, I TP up here onto this little box, and the idea here was to throw a weird smoke and kind of get a one-way on top of it. Unfortunately for me, though, I end up not really doing anything with the smoke, and at that point, I'm just like, you know what? Never mind. Let me just fall back here, and I don't really want to drop and walk across just in case there's a timing play there. So I will use my second shrouded step of the round. Just get out of there, play it safe. Now, I am sitting here on site, and the problem with this sometimes is if you're the only person on site and you don't have heaven control, you end up watching two things at once. And one of the things I always try to teach people is never watch two angles at once. Always, always, always be focused on one at a time. Thankfully, I am able to use some positioning here kind of to focus on one at a time, which is good. But I ended up backing out in the end. Now, at the same time, my team is doing a great job here, getting the kills, finishing off these rounds. Currently in a 5v1 against the Reyna here. And this is one of those rounds where the team did everything, and we really appreciate that. All right, so I'm currently top fragging on my team, which is kind of funny, but we are down still a lot of rounds. Currently 6-11 here, moving into round 18. Now, I do smoke off. main again, just kind of want to make sure they never can see and they never get those free pushes. Now, here though, we do lose a player early on, but ends up getting traded out by our Jet onto the Omen. So 4v4 Spike is down. A lot of utility here though for us. So we do not need to rush things. We can play together. I'm coming down here with my Breach. Oftentimes you'll see players sitting here in screens. In this situation, I am going to start swinging out wide. I will flash through elbow. Breach comes from the corner, gets one, and then the other one goes down to the Jet. Nice little round there. I think obviously my paranoia helped with some pressure, but don't really end up getting any kills out of that round. But still a good retake there by the team. And now 7-11. So very winnable. Only down 4 rounds here. Unless something goes horribly wrong, we have a really good shot here. All right, so round 19 starting off once again, playing on a B, going to smoke. Now, this was, if I am correct, a round that will live with me forever. And you will see why. So, right here, I'm supplying a little pressure onto the orb, making sure no one can grab it for free, or at least, hopefully without taking, or with taking some damage. But I am going to fall back. A little bit of pressure there. I think that was a Cypher camera and then the boom bot. So, definitely people coming out. Now, in this situation, I've pretty much given full retake. I don't know where they are, but my team is like pushing in here. And I think I thought that maybe, I'm not really sure how they got in so far, but it ends up working out okay in the end. Raze is able to get a nice, I think, 3K with the Judge on the flank. So just maybe a timing thing, maybe playing around smokes or something. Not entirely sure how she did that, but oh my gosh, me playing around the smokes here. We're in a 2v1. I think I can kill him through the smoke, end up coming out, and oh God. It's so hard to look at because that is something, you know, where had my Killjoy stayed alive up there in heaven and maybe not played so aggro, you know, I can maybe try spraying some more through the smoke, just getting the free kill. Maybe I can even just walk out. A little more communication there between me and my Killjoy, but my blind fire through the smoke ends up essentially losing us the round. And it was super frustrating for me to do something like that because I just felt like at that point, like that was such an important round for us to win. And there's no way that Omen should kill both of us if we time that right. Just super disappointed in how I played that there. Probably one of the worst rounds, at least in terms of the consequences that I've ever played. So really frustrated with myself on that one. Definitely wanted that one back. But they are taking A site here. I do go for the TP, maybe a little bit late. Omen counters that TP, probably going to the opposite site as Omens do. And just like that, we're in a 3v5 here. Now a 2v5 retake situation. Not really any info, no site control, and Raze is holding in a heaven. And ladies and gentlemen, that is all she wrote for me in this game. I do go on to lose it as well as losing Radiant. So, what an interesting match. I think that the main takeaways for me during this Radiant game are that I need to work on a few things. One is still my patience is a huge problem, but also teamwork in retakes and clutch situations, making sure in 2v1s that we are working together and trading properly. Something I preach a lot about to my viewers and to people watching is that I need to be better at it too. I need to make sure I am playing with my teammates. On top of that, I think another thing I can work on perhaps is to maybe go for some more aggressive plays with my Omen. I noticed watching this back that I really didn't make too many aggro plays. Most of my, most of the good plays I made were based on positioning, not going for some sort of aggression to catch them off guard. So that's something I want to work on too. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully I'll see you guys on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/Dragonmar, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy and